I'm sorry. This is HQ, and I'm here trying to navigate these waters. You'll hear me now. Please don't let this be messed up like it was the last time. I'm gonna be mad as hell. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. This is one of those shows where I'm going off of some of the comments that I got. I got comments, right, from some of the videos I got, some of the videos I did, right? And some people didn't like them videos. They didn't like them videos. And I got racist people coming into my section. Racist people commenting on my stuff, right? Immediately, not calling names or stuff like that. Just, when you consider yourself a Democrat, you get trashed on, or liberal, you get trashed on. You consider you black and you say something against whites, or you say something against somebody who's white, some action that they took, you get a backlash from it. So I was just wondering, how are people navigating, how are they navigating this environment where we have this environment where people feel the need to have black fatigue. They feel the need to say, racist, crazy, outrageous things. How are people navigating these spaces where these people talk like this? I mean, I talk like, I ate just a little while ago, so I'm good. How people are navigating these spaces of people who, when you get into a conversation with people, you can't pull race out of it. So I was like, hold on. I meant to pull up one or two of the comments that I got, and I will. One or two of the crazy comments that I got. I was like, what in the hell did I do for you to come to my channel and then talk 2-point crazy about these things, right? So, one of the I'm just gonna read them because I don't want to put nobody a name on blast and that kind of thing, right? And then one, it was in relation to the video I put up about Julia Michaels. Julia Michaels, because I don't know whether anybody saw the clip or not. But let me see if I can open up the clip. Let me see if hold on. I'm going to open up the clip because I don't want to get a conversation and then folks don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I got to open it up from here. But it was a clip from CNN. And I was like, oh no, what the hell is going on? Let me hold on. Let me see if I can pull it. Can I pull up my own clip? That's the question. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on. We're going to pull it up right now. So, and then I got all this hate. I was like, oh, hell no. What the hell I do? Right? So here it is. This is my this was my clip. And I don't know how to do it like the people do it, but let me play.
Really trying to take.
Can you guys hear that?
Over this culturally.
There's a bill in Congress to rename the center after Donald Trump himself.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hold on, let me find
He's driving down revenues for the Kennedy Center. I think subscription revenues are down by 36%.
So they're talking about Donald Trump taking over the Kennedy Center. The Kennedy Center, arts and that kind of thing, right? And so they had a discussion, and this is the beginning. It ain't that long. It may be like a minute too.
And theater-specific revenues are down by more than 80%. It was one set of Oprah Winfrey that everything.
Can you guys hear that? Please tell me you can hear this. Say yes if you can hear it, because earlier y'all couldn't hear no videos. Just say yes if you can hear it, please. Can you hear it or not? Okay.
And she touches, turns into gold. The Trump effect is the opposite of the Oprah effect. He's poisoning what is an iconic and historically bipartisan institution.
There is an ideological bent to how they have tried to manage this place. I mean, first of all, putting Rick Grenell in charge you couldn't be more partisan than that. And I think it will be a question of what does happen to this place. I mean, is this an attempt of Trump to kind of reshape the Kennedy Center, to strip the Kennedy legacy from the place? He jokingly, I assume, referred to it as the Trump Kennedy Center in one of his social media posts.
So the one lady is going to talk about it, and then Jillian Michaels is going to try
this week.
Well, I don't think it was a joke, because there is a bill in Congress to change
Right
it
now.
to the Trump Center. So I don't think he was. First of all, I don't think Donald Trump jokes. I think Donald Trump signals what he's going to do. It's also part of a larger thing here. He's trying to change culture generally. He's gone into the Smithsonian, and he's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture.
See, already you can tell that she's already pissed, because she said the MAGA base. When you hear MAGA base, I feel like people who support Trump, no matter what he do, no matter all his failings, this is what I consider a MAGA person. So this other person, it does too, I guess.
To make sure it comports
You're gonna talk
with dear leader and what the MAGA
Can we
organization
address
wants.
some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that
Yeah,
are being
slavery.
reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that we should talk about.
Okay.
Like
He's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No.
Okay.
He's not. And slavery to just
Well, I think he is, but then that's just me.
one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you
In the
look
United
at
States.
let's talk about the fact.
I mean, slavery in America was.
Do you realize that
white
only
supremacy.
less than 2% of white Americans own slaves?
No, that's not true, because we got more than that in this country.
It was a system of white
Do
supremacy.
you
know,
realize that
African
slavery
Americans
is
were
thousands of
slaves
years
and
old?
White people
Do you know
were
who
the
Right.
slaves.
was the first race to
I didn't
try
realize
to
this was
end
controversial.
slavery?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Well, what's controversial
I'm very
is-
surprised
This is
that
an
you're trying to
extraordinary
litigate.
exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really
historical
surprised.
revisionism. Do you realize that
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and
I'm
who
not.
was
What
not.
I'm trying to tell you
in
is
the
that
context of American history,
okay.
in the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by
What I'm
saying
saying
that
is you
it was white
cannot-
people oppressing black people?
every single thing
No,
is like, oh no, this is all because
you-
white people bad,
you got.
and that's
You're
just
like a
not
MAGA person.
the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad, not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the
Jillian,
front
what
door,
exactly?
the first thing
hold
you
on,
see is the
have
gay
Jillian,
flag?
you have a lot of stuff in front
Yeah,
of
I
you.
do,
What
because I don't,
exactly
because here's the
are you
thing.
talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah, please.
There's one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports.
Mhm.
It's not
Okay.
complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's
Well, look,
it's
mean,
been completely captured.
first of all, I don't
and
think
it's totally
we
partisan.
don't. First of all, we don't have time to litigate
Of
all
course
of this.
we don't, because then
But-
you're going
but I
to lose
do-
the
no, no, no.
argument.
No,
and
no.
if
Here's
everything
what
is
I'm-
racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Excuse
It's
me.
like, oh, I can't believe you're trying to
Jillian,
suggest, that
just
slavery
to
is
be
a good
clear,
So that's where we can. So that's where we were, right? So that's where I was. I was there, and it sounded like me. It sounded like something. You just said I sound like a white person shaking my head. No, no. You sound like the people who you sound like the people who actually don't know that much about Democrats, and you heard it was bad. They whitewash you, or they hypnotize you, or something else. So when you come with a substantial argument, I'll listen. but you got to come with an argument. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is how people were navigating this racial divide that we have in this country now. Right now, we have people who feel like they have black fatigue. We have more black conservatives. We have people who are dismissing they can get a town that black, they can get a black town. No, I'm not blind, Allegiance. I see the bad in my people. I see the bad in my people. We are mad because the white people are having sundown towns. So anyway, I put up this video, right? I put up this video, and these people came for me. These people came for me, right? I was like, hold the hell up when I just put up a video. Nobody asked you to come over here and have a conversation with me about the video. So this was one of the ones I got. This is one of the ones I got. They said pro reparations, liberal minority for freebies and criminals channel, your criminal channel that rewrites history. I said, I ain't said nothing in the video. So how is it that I'm rewriting history? I ain't said nothing in the video. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Then I, got in back and forth with this person. I don't know how I got in back and forth with this person. This person said, how about black guilt? I mean, the slaves came from Africa. Black people own slaves. Do you know African Americans own slaves as well? I was like, yeah, cool beans. I said, but we're not talking about slavery. We're talking about her take on white people's role in slavery. It's like she's trying to convey that it was only 95% whites, and maybe 5% black of people who own slaves. And the white folks should not get all the smoke. And then we went back and forth. And then the person said, we are no longer interested in babysitting you. And I said, you're bold as hell. I said, you're bold as hell to be hitting my freaking comment section. You're bold as hell to be over here on my channel, right? Because I get real ignorant when you come to my channel, because you come to my channel and say whatever you want. I don't do that. I don't let you come and say whatever you want, right? This is one. I hate their name. I hate to have their name up there, but this was the name, right? I hate outing people. I don't like doing that. But this person said, how about the black guilt? So I just went in. We're not talking about slave. We're talking about somebody's intake. Then the person said, you're uneducated about the African slaves in the Muslim countries and blah, blah, blah. We're not talking about that. Stop talking about slavery. That's not what we're talking about. And then we just got back and forth. We went, he said, why you don't call out the slavery in India? I was like, I don't fucking live in India. Blah, 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 blah. So we went back and forth. He was like, you're not helping. We're not helping you excuse your white fucking degenerate ancestors by telling you it's okay to be enslaved. And he said, how about your fucking black degenerate ancestors that own slavery? So we went back and forth. This person. And I was like, that's not the conversation that was had. And you didn't see it. Okay. You didn't see it. If you didn't see the segment with Jacqueline or Julian, then you don't understand the context of what we're talking about. Okay. So did you see the well, I just showed it to you. So the take on her, the reason why everybody at that table was upset at her is because, and not because they were upset at her, it's because it's pervasive, or it's a attitude or a culture starting to come around or starting to show itself in our society these days. Or better still, I'm trying to be nice about it. People have racism in their thought processes, but they don't act on it because it's not PC. So now people feel the need to not necessarily be straight up racist, but it's more of a sleight of hand type thing. Oh, well, white people did, we wasn't so bad, and all this, that, and the third. And I'm just trying to figure out, how do black people, when you see it, what do you say? Do you recognize it? Do you see any of that? Do you see any of this racial thing going on in the United States at all? Go ahead, Chai.
Everywhere. How you doing? Happy Sunday, HQ.
Hey.
We see racism everywhere. It's never racism is a mindset, and it's also systematic.
Right.
But the mindset of racism would never go anywhere because most racist people come from a ignorant place in thinking, and they pass that ignorance on generational. Poor white people are the people who pushed a lot of the racist propaganda during sharecropping and civil rights and Jim Crow. It was a way to make them feel better about themselves because they are the bottom of the total pole, being the dominant society. So when it comes to this new agenda, they're trying to soften racism. They're trying to soften American history,
So
which
what
is
do you
really
mean? What do you
problematic.
mean they're trying to soften
So
it? What?
trying to change the name of slaves, I believe they calling them something different in the textbooks. Trying
Oh,
to soften the impact, trying to make it seem. I seen a video that was made for children that was basically thanking white people for slavery because it got us a way to be in America, and it's just nonsense and propaganda. Uh, I don't think that the racism and racist people is a problem that we can do anything about. We can counteract the agendas by just teaching our kids what's really going on. You know, we kind of lost that. We feel like school, we make school responsible for teaching our children everything, and we need to get back to keeping some type of tradition alive about teaching our kids what we are and who we are. And the real problem when it comes to racism is the coons, the bootlickers, the Uncle Ruckuses. That's who is hurting the black
Who's the
community.
boom? A coon and the ruckuses? Who do that?
You familiar with the Hodge twins?
No.
So the Hodge twins were these two fitness brothers on
Oh, sort of
YouTube.
like Candace Owens.
She's in that boat, but I agree with a lot of stuff that Candace Owens say. But yeah, yeah, you can say that as well.
Cause Nick Fuentes called her out the other day. She was a bootlicker and a coon. That's what he called her. You one of them traitors of your race. Yeah, that's what he. Okay.
So
Nick Fuentes said that's who she is. Okay, so I don't listen to her content, but that's just me.
I've heard her. She went on the Joe Budden podcast. She did, the Breakfast Club. She did a couple rounds, and I actually got to listen to her because before I knew, before I knew anything about Candace Owens, it was just the understanding that she's a evil black conservative. Don't listen to nothing she said, but she does make sense. There's nothing wrong with holding black people accountable for certain things, but it's a problem when you try to throw your race away to get master to say you a good boy or you're one of the good ones. And I brought up the Hodge twins because they were two black people. They're mixed. They made content, fitness content. They got a lot of viewers, I used to watch them, and then to keep the viewership going, they switched into being black conservative, American flags everywhere, and now all they do is talk shit about black people, and that's the problem we starting to see. So the trend is becoming black women, he-man haters. We hate black women. Black women ain't shit, and it's evolving into all the black community ain't shit. The black community is cooked, and that's becoming a youth. Like all the red pill manosphere people, that grift is running low because it's not saying the whole red pill space, manosphere space is bad, but the people who utilize that space just to make money, who's grifting, now they're grifting into black conservatism and trying to basically talk bad about black people all day to get views and clicks. That's like the meta. That's the new meta.
So what's your list? Who is your list on that? Because I never heard of the Hodge twin. Because I probably would never. I would never.
Like my Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines and the Fresh CEO. That's a perfect example. These are two. They not FBA, but these is motherfucking black dudes putting on Ku Klux Klan mask and doing all that dumb shit. So it's just it's becoming problematic because you can see the grift. I'm gonna just say my stance.
You know what? You know who I think is a concern. Well, I shouldn't even say it.
You gonna say some bullshit, HQ, because you got a very
I was finna say Anton
Daniels. That's what I was about to. Okay, so you know what? Anton is a good example because he do coon, but he's grifting. He's grifting into that. I hate to say it.
I know that.
I hate to say it because I got respect for Anton Daniels' platform because he's from my city, and I know him because he's from my city.
Far now.
Hold on, Black. Anton Daniels is from Detroit, Michigan. I know a Detroit hustler when I see one. He's about making that bread, so I already know what he's doing because I know where we come from. That's what you do. He see the play and he got on top of it, and that's what he do. Right. But yes, when you only criticize the black community as a black person and you make it seem like all these other communities are just better than us, even though every community has a problem, every community has a crime problem, every community has a ghetto, and you magnify the black issues and the black problems because we're always magnified, we're always glorified, no matter if it's good, bad, or indifferent. Right. You are cooning and you grifting because it's just becoming a popular thing to do. And I'm not a liberal, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a MAGA, I'm not a black conservative. When it comes to politics, if it doesn't have anything to do with my community, helping my community, helping and better my community through structuring laws that will help my community, help my school system. Right? I'm pro my community.
But Mr. Daniels is an obvious. He is a very obvious one. Okay, Donovan Sharp, a very obvious.
Are you pro black?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Go ahead, continue.
I'm saying, man, he's a very obvious. Well, I have a third eye. I can tell when people are grifting. And I could really tell when that person, when I went over there and I said it on his platform, I got blocked. So I ain't been able to go over there since then.
But you have a very strict liberal mindset.
But I can tell what it is. I can tell that's not what it is. Let me ask you something. Where you stay right now, let's say you made $10 million. Right now, are you still going to be in the same house in the same area?
No, I probably wouldn't.
Okay, let's say you made $50 million. Are you still going to be in the same hood, the same area?
Probably not.
Okay, so this is the problem that I have with, and not Ty Pro, little brother, I don't have a problem with you, but with the pro-blacks. They expect niggas, once they make some money, to stay and help the people in their neighborhood and all of that bullshit. Fuck them people.
We're not mad at people who make money. We're not mad at people who get money.
pro-black people expect people to stay and help, just like Ty Pro said. The community.
Okay.
You should help the community. You should care about the kids. You should reach back. No, nigga, I'm out of here. Because the same people that you're going to try to help is going to turn into that vicious pit bull and attack. It's happened too many times. I'm sorry, bro. It's happened too many times.
I agree with you, but so if I made 10 million, if I made 50 million, no, I'm not staying I'm in Detroit. I'll be robbed
but
before.
my attitude would still be the same. My attitude wouldn't change. It would change. My neighborhood would change, but I still wouldn't go out there and grift on my own people. I'm just saying.
You couldn't even go to the same neighborhood.
Yeah, but I would. Of course, I would move out of the neighborhood, but I wouldn't grift on my own people.
Exactly.
That's
not what I'm saying.
On his people.
So look, if I made $50 million, let's just say my account hit 50 million right now. I'm going to move into a better neighborhood because I'm going to want a bigger house. I'm going to want the freedom and comfortability to buy nice cars and not think nobody going to come and take my shit. So I'm never.
Hold on. Stop right there. Why would you do that, type, bro?
Because I'm not.
Why would ignorant. You want to move and buy nicer cars and shit like that where nobody would mess with? Why would you do that?
Hey,
I drive nice cars now that people will want to steal, and I keep my guard up. I keep my toolie because I'm not ignorant. I came from this place, so I know the depths of it. But I'm not gonna move to a trailer park and feel safe and feel like a bunch of meth heads ain't gonna rob me either. So my point is, like, poverty is not just a black people thing; it's a poverty thing. Right. I'm never gonna advocate for people saying you gotta donate money and help the community. I'm talking about as far as politicians. But when it comes to where I came from, I will. If I had 50 million, I would definitely be doing charitable things in my neighborhood because I know how hard it is because I came from that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect nobody. I don't expect LeBron to have to go do that. I don't expect, anybody who's rich and famous to have, like, you don't have no obligation to do nothing for nobody. You made your coin, you spend it how you see fit.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'll say this. Let me jump in for a quick second. Shout out everybody on the panel. Salute.
What up?
Yeah. I think this deserves like maybe a two-part response because I get the gist of what both of you guys are saying. I mean, ideally, like to Black America's point, I've moved to a better area. And in my original area, a lot of the stuff I got, I couldn't just have it out. It would be more aggressive people around there. Out where I'm at now, everybody ain't broke. So it's a lot more safer to do the type of things I want to do. So credit to him for that. Now, on the flip side of that, it's two things. We have to look at it like this. He's right when he says a lot of those people will turn to vipers and snakes. And I can attest to that because people in my family that's older than me when they were younger, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And because I did some things right, they've turned to vipers and snakes toward me. So again, credit to Black America. Now, where I would have to ask some questions about, people, you have to remember, and they don't talk about this, people were against Dr. King, Malcolm X, and all the great heroes of that era. Black people were. Remember that black lady stabbed Martin Luther King back in the late 50s when they was like really, really getting the civil rights struggle off the ground and really getting out awareness. He almost got taken out then.
Right.
Yeah, because she stabbed him, and that was a sister. Right. So,
and that's why I say it'd be your own people. It'd be your own people.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Wait a minute. But here's the thing. Why did Black America bring that? Why did you bring that specific thing of moving out of the neighborhood up? We weren't talking about that.
Yeah, I was just trying to make this last point. I'm gonna jump out.
I'll let Lex finish. Go ahead, Lex.
Okay, but I was gonna say they stuck with it. And because they stuck with it, look what they was able to accomplish, And had they turned back because the blacks turned against them, who knows? Maybe the civil rights bill never happens. No one knows for sure, you know, and a lot of other things, maybe they don't happen. So the sacrifice was still worth it, even though people was against them. But that's all I got to say.
Okay. Black America. I was wondering, why did you bring that up when we were talking about Anton? And I'm assuming you mean when you make more money.
Okay, so this is why I brought it up, right? A young man starts off and works hard, hustles and works every day. His story is similar to mine, little bit different paths, right? Because I was a D-boy, right? He went to private school and he worked hard, started off in the steel, went into the tech industry, you know, start making money, things like that. But he worked hard for himself and his family. And when you do that, you do want to see the people around you do better, right? I used to be whole neighborhoods, HQ, because like I said, I was on my Nino Brown shit. And everybody got a quarter piece. You know, if I got it was lovely, right? But the same niggas you help, that crab in the bucket mentality, the same niggas is gonna be coming and gunning for you. It is a difference of lens that you can see it and that I can see it. Now, when I look back,
I'm still trying to understand how you connected that to what our conversation was about. Because
now, once you do better, you can't stay around the same people, HQ. You simply can't. You can't walk around the same.
Nobody is disagreeing. Nobody is disagreeing with that. So I'm saying, why did you mention it when we were talking about coons?
Because that's what Anton wants to see. If you called Anton and asked him for some business advice or something like that, HQ, I am 100%, and I don't even like him, right? Because I don't like conservatives, right? I'm an independent, so I don't really like conservatives.
Right.
But if you called that man and asked him for some help, 100%, he is the type of nigga that would help.
But that's not my argument. That's not an argument at all. That's not my argument or a response to my argument. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the things he says, I don't believe him.
I agree with
all he has to do is look out. All we doing is looking out in the community. HQ, all of us men, Ty Pro, me, Lex, we're all in different states. We all see it. So we all say the same shit about the community, HQ. I promise you, 100%. We all have said the same shit about our community. It is dilapidated and it is in turmoil. It is in chaos. We have all said the same shit. It is a bad look for us. All of us men have said these same things.
I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm not saying none of that is the case. I'm saying to me, he can be the second coming of Jesus to you. I'm saying to me, I can tell whether he's real or he's not.
HQ.
So, let me give you an example. Jason Black, when Jason Black talk, he believe what the fuck he's saying, and you know that he believes that shit. That's not Anton. Two totally different bit. I can tell.
So can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
HQ, I have been in the trenches. I have been through wars. I play poker 3 days out of the week. So I read people very well. When I see people like Jason Black, people like the other dude that you said was married to a white person, Sharon Bracey. When I see
Sharon Bracey.
Whatever. When I see people like that, I can tell they're full of shit. Just like you women couldn't tell that Ace Metaphor.
You think Jason Black is full of shit?
Yes. Just like you women couldn't tell that Ace Metaphor and Derek Jackson and all of the rest of the Love Guru guys are full of shit. That's just like when I told you putting up these videos of these handsome men talking about what the men are doing. You women can't see what these men are doing. They put a veil over your eyes simply by the way they look.
I'm saying
And
stick
give you sweet sound.
stick with the people we're talking about. Cooley.
See, HQ, you conflating
All right, I got some
Oh,
questions.
I'm not conflating
red
anything.
pill
I'm telling you how I feel when I hear them speak. I didn't say they were or were not doing anything. I said when I hear these people speak, they sound fake. It's a 10-ear thing. Okay. He comes across as a fake person. Jason Black can say whatever he want to say. He comes across as authentic compared to Mr. Daniels.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it ain't even a comparison between them two guys.
No, it's not a comparison. No.
Yeah, he's on a completely different level from
Jason
somebody.
Black is on a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. I would like to back up a little bit. And Black, I got a question for you. You said you felt Jason Black wasn't being authentic. Like, what's your concern with Jason Black? I'm just curious.
I haven't listened to him in a few years.
Yeah.
But you know how when you it's like with Kevin Samuels, right? It's like with Kevin Samuels. You can tell, even though we may not agree with everything he said, we can tell that what he was doing was trying to help everybody as a whole. He was trying to help the women not be so delusional. He was telling the men that if you fat with a small dick and broke, you're not going to be able to obtain a woman. You're just not. These things, and we look now and we know these 14-year-old boys. If I'm fat, I'm not going to be able to run and play football.
Have y'all been over there?
I mean, was you listening to the business of Black Authority, or like which channel was you listening to? I was just trying to get a gist.
I'm telling you,
like I said, it was years ago. I don't remember, bro. But whatever he did, it turned me off, and I stopped fucking with it.
Okay.
I'm saying Jason Black, when you speak to him, I'm not saying whether he is or not. I'm saying he comes across as very authentic when he talks to people. What he's saying, you can believe what he's saying because he comes across very authentic. He is totally different. You think about it. He is totally different from Cooley. He is totally different from Anton Dane. He is totally different from those people.
So Cooley don't speak on Black community as much as he's speaking on relationships and women in general.
No, I'm speaking in terms of authenticity.
My problem, first of all, these people that you're naming are doing things to Cooley, Anton Daniels. They're taking positions that's going to get them paid.
Right.
My problem with Anton Daniels in particular, not even talking about the red pill dudes who not living like they talking. That's a whole different conversation. But keeping it on racism, and my issue with the Black community dealing with racism is more so Coons, is that Anton Daniels speak bad and focuses on the bad of the Black community. Yes, we all know the ghetto is fucked up. I came from the trenches. I came from the hood. I was in the streets. Yada yada yada. The story has been told a million times. But when you focus only on the bad of the Black community and you act like all the other communities are looking down on us because they have perfect communities, when every single race in this country and all along the world has a ghetto, has a gang culture. We are not the only people that have gang culture. They have a criminal culture. White people who didn't grow up watching mafia movies, Italian mob movies, Irish mob, the cartel, the Yukasa, whatever the fuck the Asians Yakuza. Thank you. That is a human, earthly man thing. criminality, being an outlaw, the cowboys, all of this type of stuff is a part of not only of the man experience, but is heavily the root and foundation of America. Criminals, not just black people, criminals in totality
Right.
is a part of the American dream and culture. Prohibition, all of these it's so many examples. We can go through any time period in history, especially since America been here, where crime and criminals were magnified and glorified. People love the cowboys. People love the cats that was doing the Italian mobs and the hits and the Godfather, Scarface. We love that shit growing up.
Right.
But black people have a magnifying glass on us with hip hop, with rap, with our culture all over the world. So we always criticize, and that criticism brings in the views, and that's what causes these people to grift and coon.
That's not what it is, Taco.
The reason
That's
why
not what it is.
Balenciaga selling Pooh Shiesty masks, Gucci sell Pooh because we have our culture is not worse than anybody else's, is more magnified and glorified. Hip hop and rap is not the only thing that talks about violence in this music, but it's the biggest music outlet over every culture. There are so many white rappers basically being blackface rappers pretending to rap like these new dudes, these young dudes. If you watch the Double XL freshman freestyles this year, there was so many white boys up there talking about lean and Glocks with the switch, and they got on a mask and all of this. Our culture is always magnified, and these people grift our culture because it validates a whole bunch of racism and white supremacy. It's not, our culture ain't worse. It's trailer parks that's just as bad as the projects. You got meth heads, crackheads, tweakers, blowheads running around doing just as bad as us. We just have a more dominant impact on the news, on the propaganda.
I mean, but I always hear that. I hear that when I hear people talking how bad the culture is, how the black culture is the worst. They always doing X, Y, and Z. When I gotta look you, I gotta look you side-eyed when I hear people on the internet talking about, oh, black people just all bad. The whole thing is bad. And I would not, if you would have said we got some things that are wrong and then we got some things that are good, I would have gave you the benefit of the doubt. But when I hear them say every time they get on the horn, it's a bad thing about black folks,
and it's about to get worse because the whole YouTube, TikTok meta was talking bad about black women. We can have conversations all day about black women. We understand the situation, but I always try to preface it as a modern woman thing, a Western woman thing, because it ain't like black women are any worse than.
We can't do that, Todd.
Hold on,
we can't do that, brother.
Hold on. So we can't. We act like the black woman, the worst woman on the world, and them same people that spew them talking points are now pointing it at the whole black community because that's the grift. That is the meta for YouTube. It's just a grift. It's not reality because the same black women doing the same shit Mexicans doing, and a lot of these Beckys are doing. It is what it is, but we just ignore all of that and act like we gotta demonize our own community. That's when you cooning. That's when you Uncle Ruckusing.
Right. I mean, there's plenty all across the internet. Soon as they figured out the grift, it was like, okay, let me see. Let me bash black.
Yeah. Let me. Can I jump? You know what? I think
jump.
My bad. I'm sorry, HQ. Hey, I think Black wanted to say something. I'll get in after him and you, HQ.
Oh, Black America? Oh, okay.
No, go ahead, Lane. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. After you, my man.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, and I actually seen Anton Daniels around the area because I'm from Detroit too, several times. I probably seen him 3 times in the last year. I never engaged him or anything, but I just seen him out and about. I'll say this. One of my main beefs with him is that he's not honest about his origin story. Like if you go back and
okay.
Yeah, that's my biggest beef with him is he's not honest about his origin story. If you go back to the very beginning of his YouTube journey, he wasn't a millionaire, he wasn't money. He was just making videos just about his life, how he, came from a rough area and guys tried to rob him when he went back around them and stuff, to Black America's point. Okay. And but what really happened, because other information ended up coming out about him, and he did end up owning it, was the fact that but he owned part of it, but he didn't tell the whole story. What it was his old man died on the job. So when his old man died on the job, a big suit was had. So so that's how, and a big check came in, and it was divvied between the 3 kids and the mom. The dad was still married. So from my understanding, from what I've heard from several people, that 2 to 3 million got directed toward his way. And it makes sense because right when that happened, because I've been following Anton since he had one channel and had like 35,000 subs.
Right.
Then all of a sudden he came up and he made a video and he was quitting his corporate job. Right. Wasn't really giving like too much of a background or saying what business he had started or what was going on. He just was like, yeah, this is my last day in corporate America. And I seen it. I didn't look too far into it though, because I didn't really know.
I never knew that about Anton, but I knew.
I'm gonna send you the info. I'm gonna send you the info.
I knew that he was. That's exactly what I said though. He's from the city and he's a hustler. We all from Detroit.
Right.
We just got that hustlenomic mindset to us. He see the
YouTube
He started in the Black manosphere. That's what was popping, and now he's moving to the Black conservative because that's what's popping. And that's just like the Hodge twins. They seen Black conservatism is the popping thing to do on social media, so that now they doing it. It's a lot. I see a lot of content creators
he got on the wave. He got on the wave.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I see a lot
of. I'm gonna say this one quick thing, and I'm gonna get.
My bad, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me say this one quick thing and get off. Yeah, so he did that. Then all of a sudden, shortly after that, he started rebranding himself as this millionaire. So when he came out as that, a lot of people was kind of going at him. Then Pocket Watching with JT made an episode and had Anton on. He took this video down too, but I seen it live. And people was calling in because he made a video, was Anton a fake guru? And everybody was calling in and they was questioning. They kept asking him what was the business he started to make his money. And he could not give a clear answer. He kept talking about he made an app or whatever. And they was saying, what is the name of the app? Because he was saying it was a music-based app. And people kept asking, what is the app? And he kept saying he sold it and he can't speak on it. And all of that is contractual.
Right.
And it just was a mess. So I let it go. But that's all I got to say.
Oh, okay. Pan.
Yes, big up HQ.
Hello.
Big up to the panel. And just to be quick, I'm coming in with a question. And full disclosure, of course, I know as a mulatto, I can never speak for the blacks. My question is, and this is directly addressing the title of the stream today, why isn't it the Black Americans' natural reaction to be racist towards the races that are racist against Black Americans?
The racists are racist again.
Or in other words, just to simplify the question, we see that undoubtedly whites, Asians, Hispanics, even foreign blacks are racist unapologetically towards Black Americans. My question is, why haven't we seen the masses of Black Americans returning that same energy by being racist against these same ethnic groups?
We do have people. We have a lot of people that are racist against.
We don't have to answer his question, but as a Black American, Black Americans don't have to be racist. That won't help anything. What we need to do is delineate from being so dependent in our communities on other races. And I'm sure you will probably agree. Yes, we do need to stop allowing so many different races to own and operate negative things in our neighborhoods. And we need to take back the front lines of our neighborhood, and we'll see a better impact on our communities and neighborhoods if we're not allowing so many liquor stores and beauty supplies and all the bullshit that we see in the hood to be on every corner. We do need to delineate and focus in on spending our dollars, our black dollars with black people. But we don't need to be
Now,
racist.
Ty,
Racism is like a mindset of ignorance, and we don't need more ignorance in our community.
hear me out, and this will be brief. Don't you agree that if Black Americans were racist, that would motivate Black Americans to stop patronizing the businesses that are owned in Black American communities by foreigners and other ethnicities?
Maybe I'm just getting hung up on the word racist. I don't think that we need to have that. I look at racism as a mindset of ignorance. I don't think we need to adopt
Well,
that.
elaborate on that.
And
Elaborate on that. How is racism ignorant?
I think that I think that is rooted in a hateful mindset, and I think that it's rooted in an ignorant mindset. I think that if you're racist to another race, you are ignorant and
No, no, I heard that part, and I
you have a
apologize for
low
cutting you off.
you have a low mental capacity to be able to politic and deal with the
But
people of this
brother, hear
world.
me out. How? Well, hold on. I apologize for cutting you off. But just so I'm clear, articulate how is racism ignorant? Because when you brought up the word hate, some hate is justified. If someone, God
So what
forbid, I
is
won't even
racism to
hold on,
you?
brother. Let me use the example I'm trying to give you, and I'll answer your question. I won't deflect. Now, we can justify certain hatred. If someone was to kill a member of another person's family, it's only logical that that person would have hatred and resentment towards that killer. Now, when you ask me what is racism, racism, well, the base definition is acknowledging that there is a racial distinction between different human populations. Now, if I want to elaborate, I'll say
Wait a minute,
racism.
hold on. What it means is, what racist actually means is you holding beliefs and attitudes and engaging in
Exactly.
behaviors that treat other people as being inferior.
Exactly. And
Or you
that's
get
why it's important you allow me to.
so how would it benefit us treating white people as inferior? How would it
All right.
benefit us?
HQ. Well, she's asking me a question.
Hold on. Let me finish.
All right,
How
go
would
ahead.
it benefit us by treating other people as though we're superior than them? How would that be?
I never respond. I heard the question. Can I respond? And this is why it's very important, HQ. This is why it's very important you allow me to complete my sentence, because I was actually going to address that, and I'm gonna say what I was going to say verbatim. To elaborate, that's why I was cut off at. To elaborate, if I want to elaborate on the definition of racism, I will say it is the acknowledgement that certain races, particularly our own race, is superior to other races. Now, to address HQ's question, she says, how would it benefit us to treat other races as if they are inferior? If we viewed other races as inferior to our own, that means we would be less likely to hire them. That means we would be less likely to work for them. That means we would be less likely to patronize their businesses, which means that we would keep the ADOS FBA
Just
dollar
ignorant.
within. Well, let me
So
complete my sentence. I know you're triggered because I know you want a booty clap for the whites, but let me land my plane and you could get the booty clapping after. Now, the point is this, with all due respect, if we viewed other races as inferior to our own, we would be less likely to patronize their businesses, work for them, or hire them, meaning that we would recycle the ADOS FBA dollar within our own communities and build more upper middle class and rich ADOS FBA communities. So we don't got to go live amongst the white man just because we got $50 million, as the example
do
that
you
Black Americans
practice
gave.
racism
Definitely, every day.
against what communities?
Everyone that's
Like
not a
what
mulatto.
races? Huh?
Everyone that's not a mulatto.
So black people, white people,
Definitely, especially Black immigrants.
but
Definitely, very racist.
isn't it white people in your family?
No, my family is all mulattoes. We bred the whites out.
So
Literally,
you're not black or white.
No, I'm a mulatto, brother. You see my name, Pan
So
Mulattoism. I'm a mulatto.
your father and your mother are mulattoes.
Exactly. My grandparents and my great grandparents are mulattoes. I actually did my DNA on Ancestry.com and African
All
ancestry.
right.
Yes.
So this is the ignorant shit I'm talking about right
Hold on.
here. Just so
HQ.
stupid.
HQ.
This is
HQ.
wild right here.
HQ.
Yeah,
HQ.
yeah.
HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully.
But HQ, did you get an answer to the
Hold on,
question though?
bro. I'm talking to
Hold on.
HQ.
No, I'm
Hold
talking to
on.
the host. HQ,
Hold
did I answer
on.
your
I
question
was
officially?
already
Hold on.
talking to her first.
Let me answer, Tiger.
HQ.
Yeah.
You
All right, but
listening,
did I
baby?
answer your question?
Hold
HQ.
on.
You listening,
HQ?
baby?
All right.
I'm
You can
listening
hear
to you,
me?
Tiger.
You
Yeah.
can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully.
And Tyler like a
You
mulatto his goddamn self. He got to
you
stop cosplaying as black. Go ahead, Ty. My
you
mulatto brother.
you know I love you, HQ.
But what?
You know I love you. You know I love supporting your platform.
What?
You got to drop this sucker right now. He just get him out of here. Just get him off of here. Get him out of
Yeah,
here.
the
Don't
pot
let him
calling
come
the
back
kettle mulatto. He's a
immediately right
mulatto.
now.
He's mad.
HQ,
Wait a
I
minute. What is
promise
he
you.
doing? What is he
Thank
doing?
you.
What's going on?
Nothing. He's doing nothing. He's adding nothing. Get him the fuck out of here. Keep him the fuck out of here. He adds nothing to the conversation. He is a confused incel weirdo. He never needs to come back on your platform. Okay?
Mulatto?
I would rather you bring that trans dude up here and talk before you bring this fucking weirdo back up on this platform.
What is
Keep that
going on?
motherfucker far away from this bullshit.
That didn't help. That would just
He
what?
up here
I
mumbo
mean,
jumbo
it's
bullshit.
it's just the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. They've been breeding a lot. Where, nigga? Where in the fuck is everybody is a lineage of mulatto people? I hope you listening to me. That is the stupidest thing
The dumbest shit.
you say.
Dumbest shit I ever heard,
I
Black
have
American.
There's no
I
such
have
thing
I
as
have 13
what?
This nigga talking
my mom,
about
13 brothers and sisters.
Right.
Right. My mom had 13 brothers and sisters, and my dad had 13 brothers and sisters. Okay. I come
Right.
from a huge family. Okay. That's how they did it back in the day. They had huge families. All my uncles and stuff like that, they married and they had white women and Mexican women and shit like that. Nigga,
Right.
it's no such thing. It's no such thing that another mulatto person is going to seek out another mulatto person for centuries. I bred dogs for a
Yeah,
long
I
time
agree
to
with
get
Black
the
America.
right type of breed.
Yeah,
And you just don't fucking do like that's the
yeah,
stupidest shit ever.
Look,
yeah.
he came to stir division. He came to stir
Because
division, but we trying to
that,
have a conversation about
thank you. That's exactly why I
no.
said what I said. That motherfucker not about to add nothing. You not black. So this conversation don't concern you. You not white. You some fucking mutant
You
gene
just
that you was on Mulatto Island getting created in the fucking man, get the
But
fuck out of here.
most mulattoes, they end up getting with blacks, and they breed out. Like Barack got with Michelle. His kids is black. What are we talking about? Yeah,
the whole thing is
yeah.
they might be mulatto, but most of them you can look at and tell that they're black, and the white community.
I have never heard a mixed person in my life refer to themselves as mulatto, and I fucking know plenty of mixed people.
Exactly.
I ain't never
Exactly.
heard
I got
no
like
dumbass
100.
shit like
I
that
got
in my
like
life.
170 cousins. I got like about 170 cousins, right? And all mixed, all different kind of shit. And I have never. They not no. They black. I ain't never
Let,
looked. I got
let,
cousins with blue eyes and blonde hair. The motherfuckers, and you look at them and you can tell that they niggas though. Like I don't even understand what he's saying, man.
so
It's
let's
he's a weirdo.
let's take a
HQ.
breath and get back on track because we having a very productive conversation. I'm learning from my brother Black America. I'm learning from Triple Legs. I'm learning from HQ. We may not all agree with each other, but we learning from each other, and I appreciate
So we
being
jump.
able to do all of that with y'all. Fuck his weird ass.
HQ. They was asking in the chat for me to post the Anton links.
And what's the Anton links? What are those?
the links that I was telling you about his origin and stuff. But yeah, I'm not a moderator though. You have to make me a moderator to post.
Ty can post them. Right?
I don't know where the links
tag out the links.
You put them in the private. You put them in the private chat.
Okay.
Triple, and then Ty can post them because I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah, post them and I'll try to do it, bro.
Or Project Leroy knows how to do them too. I think he knows how to do them.
I'm sure Project Leroy probably know the links you're talking about too.
I don't think Project is a moderator though. She made you a moderator, Ty Pro. And I think Repink and Tahiliism are moderators.
Oh, okay, but I don't know how to do none of that stuff.
Yeah, I'll just post them here, and then you guys can post them.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, but I'm saying Ty Pro. I'm saying Ty Pro. I'm saying Anton. I'm saying okay. I get the grift. I get it. It's just some of the things that are being said with him having a black wife. I don't know anything about Jason Black. I don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know whether he's married, he's not married, single, whatever. You don't know. But he comes across as authentic, and he's an authentic vote. Just like there's something like the Alpha Black strategy, Alpha male strategies. Alpha male strategy. Not him. This is another guy. You guys probably know who he is, but I just don't know his name. Off this hand. He's the black. He's what the hell is he called? Black Alpha Network. There you go. Black Alpha Network. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I know him. He from Tariq camp. Those guys, Black Alpha Network, Afro Elite. Those guys is Tariq Nasheed understudies.
Oh, okay. So he's
they from the FBA group.
Okay. So he's really I don't know him.
Yeah,
but I mean, I've seen him, and he has, a show that he has on and he's really a pro-black person. So I'm just saying, when you want to see somebody who's actually pro-black, he's a pro-black. But Tariq, I've never seen Tariq, so I don't know, his content. And Jason Black comes across as black. Another one is called Q Butter. You ever been to his channel?
You was telling me about him. I never heard, but
his name is
Q Butter. I've been up on Q Butter for a long time. He used to deal with Taz and Nyla a lot.
Right, and he got his own. He got 2 schools. He opened up 2 schools for smart black kids. That dude is doing some things. Okay, his name is Q Butter. Right.
Get your super chat, HQ.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Project Leroy. $10. HQ, make me moderate again. I will send you video. I didn't even know you wasn't no moderator. Why the hell didn't you say anything? Shit. I don't know how to
HQ. Most of us not a moderator.
Man, if I make a mistake and I have to reset everything, sometimes this shit. Sometimes you're doing something. I figured out after the show. But I'm saying we need to get into, not saying everybody needs to be pro-black. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is, when I want to listen to authentic black voices, I go to those channels to listen to authentic black voices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what are you? But this is the whole thing about it. What are you hearing when you listening to those voices? This is the problem. Anton does talk a lot of shit.
I'm hearing.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Anton talks a lot. Anton talks a lot of shit, and he talks a lot of shit about our community. But one thing that I can say is, he doesn't say anything that's not true. He doesn't. He's not telling any lies.
Does he give positive info?
If you love something, I got kids, right? Raised 16 of them. It wasn't always positive from daddy. Sometimes you have to admonish the thing you love. Sometimes you have to admonish the thing you love. If your dog potties in the house, sometimes you have to whoop your dog and put him outside. It don't
come across that way.
We are in a desperate situation. I had a conversation with one of my sons.
Triple. Wait, hold on, Black. Triple. you can see the difference between the two people. You can see the difference between the two. Triple. Shit. Have you heard Jason?
Say it again.
I'm saying, can you tell the difference between Anton and Jason Black?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just not getting into.
It's a huge difference.
So
you
I'm
know?
saying,
Yeah.
when I want to go pro-black and I want to hear something, you know, that's positive about black folk and what we.
Well, here's the difference. The primary difference is, like, when we get to talking about somebody like Jason Black or Professor Black Cuba, we're gonna just stick to Jason Black because we compare him to Anton.
And Cuba
Jason Black
is way beyond even them. Cuba.
Yeah, Jason Black is a historian first and foremost.
Right.
Like, you know, Anton is not a historian, and certainly not a historian of the black community. What Anton does is not completely different from what Mediocre Tutorial Reviews does. He's a review channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a game guy. He's not a historian. So a lot of the things he does say is true because he can observe things and he can call things out because he's a review channel.
Right.
However, the main difference is Jason Black will deep dive into certain things because first and foremost, he's a historian of the black community. He's put out several documentaries. I have all his documentaries. He's got about 5 different DVD documentaries about racism, gentrification. Like Anton can't touch anything like that. He doesn't have that knowledge.
Right.
You know?
And I look at him and I hear him say certain things. And this when you have a black wife and a black daughter, there's certain things that you just don't say.
I know you still triggered about what he said about black women.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Right.
You cannot say those things.
That's what you say, HQ. That's what you say. But when people can be honest, they can say whatever they want to when they're being honest, HQ.
If you care about just you, fine. You can be just as honest as you want. But listen to what I'm saying to you. I am a mother, and I have young sons. I got a young son, and I have a young son that's 18 years old, and then I have an older son, right? So I get online, and I'm married, and I got a black husband, and then I got a young son that's 17. I get online, and I say, black men ain't shit. You don't hold a job. You can't be faithful. You can't do X, Y, and Z. With no qualifier, right? How the hell you think my black husband and my black son gonna feel when they hear that? You think you don't? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You don't think the truth? Hold on. You don't think? Hold on. You don't think they gonna internalize any of that hatred that you hear me say it to about that? You don't think they gonna internalize that? So I'm saying,
if it's the truth on a large majority scale, yes, they should internalize.
Don't matter whether it's true or not. You, as a person who got a wife and a daughter that are black, should never get online and say black women ain't shit. Black women is the most destructive motherfuckers on this planet. Black women is X, Y, and Z. You do not.
Why not? Why not?
So
why
look,
not?
This the thing with that. You can criticize your people. We can criticize our people, but when you demonize our people and make it seem like other races are better than our people, that is the line. That's the gun line, and you crossing and you're cooning.
So you think he's saying white people are better, Ty? Is that what you think he's saying?
But
then that's not the gun line, then, bro. Talking shit about your own people. We all got that uncle that's a crackhead or a drunk, and we can talk shit about that person because that person ain't shit, Ty. But we got a lot of them people in our neighborhoods and communities and families, bro.
But when it comes to being in these spaces and having a following, when you start spewing this black fatigue rhetoric, you are doing white supremacist work with spreading racist propaganda. So it's a thin line.
So you want somebody to be on code. You
You
want
don't
somebody
have
to be
to.
on code.
You don't have. We don't have to play the victim. We don't have to blindly. I'm never with being blind and just saying, "Oh shit, I'm black, so I love all black people. All black people are gods and kings and queens." I
Right.
ain't on that at all. But if you're going to shine a light on a specific group of people, and you're never going to and you act like it's an independent thing, like other races aren't having these problems, you make it, you come off cooning. So it's the difference when you have a you if you have a message. I'm watching some guys talk about crime, or I'm watching some guys that's talking about people getting their cars repoed, but you only shining the light on black people or black women getting repoed, like there isn't white men that get repoed or other people that get repoed as well. That's where the line is at, because you making it seem like it's an independent problem subjugated only to black people. These type of people like Anton Daniels, I fucks with him. I want to fuck with him more, but I fuck with his business side. But when he makes it seem like only black people are ghetto, only black people are criminals, only black people are gangbangers, and we're tearing up our own communities while everybody's laughing at us. That's propaganda. That's white supremacist propaganda.
Mm, mm.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead, Black. Go ahead,
I'm
Black.
a, so all right, because I've been sitting for it. So I'm gonna say it's not right
Mm-hmm.
because for one, you only point out the weaknesses in your chain. I I've never touched a white woman, so it's no reason for me to ever even speak about a white woman or white people in the white community because they have zero to do with me. They have absolutely nothing to do with me. I only fuck with black women, right? So that's why it hurts to see. Look at these black women doing this. I don't know what white women are doing because like I don't even know what they look like really. But when it comes to a black woman, yes, I can recognize what a black woman does and what
No,
they do.
Black,
Actually,
you missing what we're talking about.
I'm
He
not missing it.
And
doesn't
I,
I'm
have
not. I'm.
he doesn't have smoke. He does not have smoke for the white community like he does for the black community.
Because they don't matter because we're
No,
black is
no,
what I'm
and I
saying.
agree. I agree with what you saying, Black America, but it's a very thin line. And if me and you having that conversation, I won't take it like you're. If you telling me problems with black women, and when you get up here and you talking to HQ, and I listen to you, I don't take you as having malice for your community,
right.
because you, whether you know it or not, you can preference a lot of what you saying that shows that you're not just hateful of your community that you're coming from.
Right.
But when you constantly say, just using black women as an example, because I do feel like black women and black fatigue is the gateway to just straight cooning. So when you get up here and you talk so much shit about black women, and then you say, but Becky and Marisol, they ain't gonna do that. You don't you know you That's when you cross the line, because yes, Becky and Marisol are doing that. And that's where my issue come in, because it's like you want it's going from holding black people accountable to demonizing black people once you start to say these other races are doing
And
better when
and
they're
and, and,
not.
and I
And and
understand
and,
that, Ty.
and
Let
Anton
me ask you,
Daniels,
Ty.
hmm
Let me ask you something. You
yes,
mess
sir.
with white women? You mess with
I
white women?
I I have, yeah, I have. I can talk to
Okay.
you.
So are the attitudes from the white women the same as the attitudes from the black women?
The last white bitch that I messed with, she come
Not
from.
the last.
Hold
I'm
up.
talking about in general, as a whole, with the black women that you mess with, are they as rah rah, as nasty, as mean, as spiteful as the black women in whole, in general?
I would say that, just like it's a language barrier.
Bro,
They
you can't
do
say
the
yes or
same.
no.
Hold on. I'm trying to preface it because yes, I would say yes, but it comes off differently. The last chick I messed with wanted to be a black woman. She from the country sticks of Upper Michigan, and she act like a black chick in the hood. But the they do the same thing. It's just different tactics to get it across. Mexican women are just as ghetto as black women, or not worse. When I was growing up, it was a stereotype that a Mexican will stab you. You know, a Mexican
Oh,
chick will
okay,
stab you.
fine, fine.
White women will call the police
But do
on you.
Mexican
The
women
white
are,
woman
are
is gonna gaslight you and call the
I-
police
I've,
on you.
I've heard all of that, right? I've heard all of
Mhm.
that. But are the Mexican women more family oriented than our black women now today?
I can't say that because they pop out a bunch of different babies by a bunch. I don't see no difference. When I lived in Chicago, it's a bunch of Mexicans. We got Mexican community here, but when I lived in Chicago, I was fucking a Mexican. It was a bunch of Mexicans everywhere. They did the exact same shit. They do the same shit.
They did the exact same thing that black girls do.
Just that they at home with mama, with grandma. It might be a dude or an uncle there. Yeah, they got a little bit different culture, but they act the same. They do the
Exactly. They're
same,
more
but
family oriented.
but they
Ty, that's what
but
I'm
they mix
saying.
but they still got different baby daddies. They not just having 6 7 little tortas with one dude. The dudes is in and out of jail. The dudes is gang banging. The women is wearing weave and they tattooing their eyebrows. They got long red fingernails. They're doing the same shit, but just Mexican. It's just a Mexican
Ty,
version of it.
are they being put on blast for the things that like black women do, bro?
But
Overall, in general, like
no black people, no other people gonna be put on blast like black people because that has been our
that's that's
reality.
that's not true.
But our reality since the 80s was
We
anything that we
all
do is
we all
magnified.
know we all know as people in the community, right? As bikers, as uh
I
got a
tried to
call
figure it
coming.
out.
I have to come back in a second. I got a call coming.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not saying that you can't criticize your people. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you criticize your people, that you need to take care when you criticize your people. You don't get on and just say all them motherfuckers ain't X, Y, and Z, or all them motherfuckers X, Y, and Z. You say some of y'all know y'all
Let,
don't act right.
let me
HQ. Hey, Ty Pro, I put the link in the back, man.
I just dropped it in the chat. I just
You
dropped it.
know what? When I clicked it, it's showing the link is down. Hold on. Yeah, it said
Okay.
the video isn't available, and I just opened it. That's weird. Hold on.
Well, I see Project just got rinsed up. Leroy, if you could drop some of them links too, brother. So let me speak to what Black America was saying a little
Yeah.
bit before he got cut off.
Okay.
So yes, they got different cultures, and our culture is always looked at as the bad culture. Our culture is always looked at as um the stepchild of everybody else's culture because it's very magnified. We have a magnifying glass on
Right.
everything that we do.
Mhm.
So what Black was trying to say was the Mexicans, the white women move differently, but they do the same things. They just do it in their white way or their Mexican way or their Asian way.
But
Yes, culture.
also ain't nobody checking for they ain't nobody checking for the Mexican and this.
But even to so the rhetoric is black women,
Hold
the
on,
black women
hold
ain't
on. What you mean ain't nobody checking for the Mexicans? The Mexican girls are winning right now, HQ, with the brothers. Just to let you know, the Mexican women are
What
winning
do you
right
mean
now with the
winning?
brothers.
What do you mean winning?
the the
Brothers
the
are brothers are leaning heavily towards going to the Mexican girls right now, HQ.
but
Yes,
That's why I say you don't
them
know because you're
Mexican.
not in the streets.
I'm
You're not
saying
out in the streets. You don't
I'm
know.
I'm saying it just depends on the area in which you are. A lot of black men don't like Mexican women. It is what it is. You go to who likes you. It is what it is. You go to whoever
Just
likes you.
and I keep telling you, just because you don't like them, if they are compliant, if they are nice, if they're going to cook for you, Mexican women do a lot of stuff
But
that
So when
black
I
women
said,
just simply won't
Black
so when
do.
I
America, I
said,
get that
so
same treatment from black women though, and that's something that I will die on that hill, bro. I've dated Mexican, white women. I would love to date an Asian, haven't done that yet. But I get treated well by black women, not all black women, but I don't really deal with the ones, my baby mamas can be headaches and all of that, but they gonna cook for me. They gonna, what I'm saying? I didn't got my scalp massaged frequently. Like this is just talking and kicking it, not even my girl. I date a black nail tech. She gonna clean my nails. She gonna, what I'm saying, twist my hair up for me. Like I get treated. I get called. Hey, I got a plate over here. I'm with the family. We barbecue and pull up, grab a plate. You know what I'm saying?
Ty,
but we
you the
not,
man though.
but we
Ty,
not
bro,
saying
you the
Nah, I ain't
man though.
nobody.
black America.
I ain't nobody, man.
Black America, we're not saying that we don't have issues in our community. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is when you, as a black man, put other races above black women and you're a black man, we have a problem with that. We have an issue with that. I'm not putting no race above the black man. I'm not putting white men above that. You don't hear me saying, oh, the white men doing their thing. Y'all black men need to catch up. You ain't never
Black men aren't doing that, HQ. The
So
simple fact of the matter is
let me give
they
an
have to
example.
go. They have to go where they are accepted, HQ. These black men are not going to survive. No, listen. These black men are not going to survive and live without vagina. We're not going to live. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Why is it you feel that you just said they're going somewhere where they are accepted? This is the same argument I was making to you the other day. Why is it that you want something easy instead of why you always want something easy? Why is it always easy? I'm just going to go over there because that's easy instead of getting what you want and desiring what you want and searching for what you want. You're talking about doing easy shit. Easy shit is I'm going to the Mexican women because the Mexican women feed me, put food in my pot, do X, Y, and Z. There's black women who will do the same thing. You just have to find that person.
Not in mass, HQ. Let me tell you something.
In mass, that's all it needs to be is one.
You can't find woman. You are the only. You were the last one. No. You were the last one. Listen, you was the last woman. You were the last woman that was fit, feminine, and friendly. The rest of these bitches are tyranny, HQ. The rest of them are overweight, HQ. You talking about I'm having my one piece of chocolate for the week. The rest of these bitches will make a whole chocolate cake and eat the thing.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's four beautiful queens over there on Fatty's channel right now. 4 beautiful queens that ain't married.
And no, they're not. Jazz is not all that pretty. I looked at them. Then you had the bougie bitch with all of the hair. Evidently,
one who had the debate with tyranny.
She is the only one. That is one woman. I looked at the countenance of all those women.
Wait a minute, one woman on the out of 4 on a panel?
One woman. The rest of them throw them in the trash.
You seen Lucky Marie? You seen
Lucky Marie? Lucky Marie ain't there right now. Lucky ain't over there.
What I'm saying, those are single, feminine, friendly women. What do you mean? They ain't no women. And that's 3. I just named 3 right now.
I am talking about available women. Everybody's not going to get a Lucky. Lucky is beautiful. She's here in Vegas with me. She's a beautiful, sexy young lady, right? Everybody's not. But Lucky wants steak and lobster for fun. Hold on. Lucky wants steak and lobster for a date, HQ. Lucky ain't no regular bitch.
Yeah, but
she ain't no she's not going to Applebee's. She's not going to TGI Fridays. She wants steak and lobster. She's not a regular woman. She would be unsustainable. I make good money. Ty Pro made good money. Let's make good money. She would be unsustainable for us.
But
she would be.
You don't know that. until you go.
I
over
do know that. This morning she said, if I go on a date, it gotta be steak and lobster. I was on her panel this morning. I'm telling you,
Yeah, so
100%.
But
I
we're
don't.
we
I don't.
talking about, but we talking about X, Y, we talking about X, Y, and Z. When you run into these females on these panels, I'm saying you run into 1 out of 4. Then you go to another panel, it might be 2 out of 4, 2 out of 6. They are around. You just are not in they atmosphere or whatever, because
they are not HQ. For the regular man, this is what I'm saying. For the regular man, for a 5'8", 5'9" man who is working his way up, making $40,000 and $50,000, these women are not available to that man. They want Ty Pro because he got long hair.
Do you believe that?
And he got a fly car.
Wait a minute. Do you believe that? Do you believe that these women on here make millions of dollars?
No, they don't.
So these are regular.
Lucky got a job. She got a regular job.
Just like when you get off here, you're a regular, ordinary individual. These women, when they get off here, they're regular, ordinary individuals too. So they
they have options.
But
they have options that men don't.
But I'm saying
they have options that men don't.
You can't live your life with what options she could have. You can't live your life on the could have.
I think with Black America, correct me if I'm wrong. You saying like the average black dude doesn't have good options when it comes to average black women, and it's kind of like they have to go elsewhere to get a more feminine woman to deal with.
Where are these ugly men? Where are these men that don't know where women at?
So I would say to that, I don't think that. I think that, to be honest, when I hear a lot of these like dating points about dating black women, a lot of times I honestly do feel like, and I've done this myself. Men overshoot they shot. Like they're trying to shoot a 3-pointer when they need to just go for the layup because that 3-point is out of their range. Sometimes you gotta kind of, you think that you gonna get a baddie when that's just not in your playing cards. That's just not in your cards. No matter how good of a man you are, no matter how hard you work.
All right, stop right there. All right, stop right there. No matter how good of a man you are, and no matter how hard you work, you deserve a tyranny, right?
No.
Are you telling me? Okay,
no,
you deserve an overweight woman.
No, hold on. No. Tyranny and overweight is an extreme, but you might have to hone in on the cute girls that fit, like the discussion we was having about the anime dude who went and got him, who the dad was like, you're going to have to get you somebody that's not a black woman because you into Naruto and all that stuff. And I agree with you, and I still agree with you, because his percentages of finding someone who would match him probably would be higher outside of the black community, but it'd be outside of the Mexican community too. He'd have a better shot in the white community, the best shot in the Asian community. But let's just say that man wanted his son to date a black woman, but she has to be a black anime type of woman. He can't go looking for the baddies and get mad that they don't want to fuck with him because of the way that he is. He has to go to the. But if he wants to find a black woman that fits his criteria, he can. He just has to know what is going to fit with him, because there are black women that's like that.
Not at 18 when you're broke, bro. You're not fooling no bitches at 18 when you're broke. I'm sorry.
Even if you go, but you can find the goofy ones. You can find. See the
HQ. No, you can't.
Yes, because they go to school with you. You got goofy ones that go to school with you. You a goofy, you a nerd. There's nerds that go to school with you.
So the percentages will be low if you really want to hone in and find you a black nerd chick. You're gonna just have to go to where the black nerd chicks are. You can't go to the bar.
A black nerd chick who is decent looking. We're not even talking about a baddie. We're just talking about that is decent looking.
It's going to get really slim. The pictures
did you hear how he laughed, HQ? Because he knows, like we all know, that the nerd bitches are fat, they're ugly. We know this.
Okay, but he's not gonna be able to get any other race that's just normal. They're still going to have to be nerd based. It's just that's why I had said Asian, because you're gonna find a pretty little teen that into what he like more quicker than he find a bad.
Yeah.
But so like I prefer earthy natural girls. I can't find that at the bar and grill or the cigar lounge, the places that I like to go. Going to the strip to pull up all the different cars. I'm gonna find sexy red type of chicks in these places that's good for a night or two. I know that, but I do know that if I go to the college town and hit one of them, shea butter coffee shops, I'm gonna find a plethora of the type of women I like, and it's not gonna be.
So but for the most part, Ty, bro, like who wants bitches like that though, bro? Like most of us, like most
you gotta catch them at the beauty salon before they get their hair did to find something natural.
What'd you say, Jay Prince?
Yeah, we not looking for.
You have to catch them at the beauty salon before they get their hair done, and you want something natural.
Yeah, we not looking for women with natural hair. Nobody's looking for. I wouldn't date a bitch that don't got a perm or braids or something. You gotta have something on your head. I'm not doing that.
What?
All right, look. I'm gonna have to slide because I'm supposed to be getting me some cheeks in a minute myself. I did.
But you know what? Y'all know what though?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We complain about weave and stuff, but let's be for real. A lot of times this weave and makeup be making these bitches look 10 times better, because when they take that shit off and go natural, they kind of looking like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So
I prefer dreadlock, afro, natural.
I don't want no dreadlock nigga. Every woman that I knew had dreadlocks, they had plumb like a nigga.
Nah, see you date
dreadlocks on a female is a rebellion type of woman.
Nah, they don't be the ones that's gonna call you king and be rubbing your feet with shea butter and shit, bro. You just gotta get the right type of one. You don't want to be dating no studs and shit like that. You gotta date.
And what's this about Lucky she didn't want to eat? Who's saying that Lucky can't? If Lucky can't eat out the pantry, she don't want to eat there.
Hey,
I don't care how. See, the problem is the reason why these women think that they deserve all this stuff. It's not the women's fault. It's you niggas' fault who train these niggas and put them on a pedestal like y'all do. I think that when niggas be blinded by the looks of women and they automatically places these women on a pedestal, and then you start giving them the stuff like they father and stuff. Like, no, she don't want to eat then. And she want to pay for her own expensive meal, make sure she buy me some then, because I ain't gonna give it to you. Yeah, how you look? You got the women appreciate, especially when you got a woman that was treated with so like she's above God. You got to treat them like an ordinary woman. And if they don't want to go, because at the end of the day, the only way to attract a woman, you lead with your type of personality you are. And women don't have these criteria for all being. So the man that always, take these women on expensive dates, you should be offended because she don't really vibe with you like that. All women will vibe with a man that don't have to do anything. That just means if you got a woman like Lucky, expecting for you to spend all your money or lots of money on her, she don't want you, family. And you keep trying to convince her and force her to want you. That's all that is.
I got a question.
Standards are for simps.
I got a question, Jay Prince. I got a question.
Yeah.
For all the standards that Lucky got, do she got a husband?
No, she don't, because ain't nobody buying that.
Has those standards, wanting a steak and all that, has that worked for her?
No, it has not.
So
You better
This
go
is
to
the
porn
whole thing
chop.
about it. That's the whole thing about it. Her value hasn't dipped down yet. She can still go. She still has people wanting to do things for her.
she got a
You
baby.
see
She
what
got
I
a
mean?
baby
Let
though. She got
let
a baby
It
though,
it
right?
it
Yep,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah, she has a baby.
She's still sexy as hell.
hey,
That's
so
all that
Wait a minute.
matters.
Hold
so
up. Hold
hold
up.
on, HQ,
You,
hold on.
hey man.
Before y'all,
I'm
I
sexy as hell.
I don't
So
know who
we got something in common.
I
That's how
don't
you
know
got to
who
view that
y'all
shit.
I don't know who this lady that y'all talking about, but my last point on the racism
Oh,
thing,
no.
the last point on the racism thing that we was talking about. I
Okay.
want to use this as an example. The crack epidemic, drugs in general. When you talk to people about who use the most drugs, who commit the most crime, and
Mhm.
who use crack the most,
White people.
you gonna always think it's black people when the statistics will tell you it's not black people. We just became the poster child for drugs, the poster child for
Mhm.
crack, the poster child for crime, and the
Mhm.
poster child for violence. White men outnumber us on every last front of criminal activity because
Mhm.
we're a smaller population for one. So when you using these type of that's white supremacy propaganda to say that black people are associated with crack. White people use crack, coke, heroin. They use drugs way more than us, but we're the poster child for it. We're the
Mhm.
poster child for crime, but it's the magnifying glass that's on our community. That's why Crypt and blood paraphernalia and print is sold by high-end luxury designers because they know that everything we do is under the magnifying glass. And
Mhm.
when you push this black fatigue narrative, you are pushing white supremacist propaganda because we it's a profitable. Our culture is profitable, good, bad, or ugly is profitable. We
Mhm.
don't have to we are not the only criminals in this country. We are not the only gangbangers in this country. Our women ain't the only unruly women. Our niggas ain't our men ain't the only thugs and gangsters. This
Mhm.
country is founded by thugs and gangsters. This country has celebrated thugs and gangsters forever. Every nationality has, even the Native Americans got thugs and gangsters. It's just that we are synonymously binded to being ghetto because we made it cool to be in poverty. We everything we touch, we make cool. So we survive all this type of bullshit. And they always want to say, "Oh, you victim, you playing the victim." When you talk about the crack era, when you talk about Jim Crow, when you talk about all these things that
Mhm.
if they were done to any other group of people, that it would be a war. It would be considered act of war if you
Right.
did this to any other group of people that we survived and we made that shit cool. Then we made million and billion-dollar businesses out of this pain. We have a magnifying glass on this. And when you cooning and when you demonizing your own people, you feeding a white supremacist propaganda because you're ignoring all the other things that go into why our people is the way they are. Black on black crime, that is proximity crime, but you're going to hear people say black on black crime like that's a real thing. Now you got black fatigue. You can't have LGBTQ fatigue. You can't have coon fatigue. You can't have white people fatigue. You can't
Right.
have Karen fatigue. You can't have white women fatigue. You can't have fatigue for all of this other bullshit, but you can have black fatigue. And that opens the door for saying stupid ass shit about black people. That's why it's okay for a whole town of cracker ass crackers to go rape each other and spit and drink moonshine in the fucking trailer park and say whites only. Like any black person really want to go fucking live in the trailer park with them hillbillies,
Mhm.
but you opening the door to for more and more white supremacists to say, look, he don't like his people either. And that's what the danger of it come from. And that's why, yes, on some level, we do have to put our people at a forefront over uh the internet is saying demonizing our people because it's a bad look and you feeding a system that you might not understand that's bigger than you, but it's the same system that's been on our fucking head for a long time. It's just digital now. And that's my soapbox. I love everybody. Shout out to Black America, bro. Even if we disagree on some shit, bro,
Yeah,
you
buddy.
give me a lot of
Sounds a lot
wisdom
like
and I
what I be
appreciate you.
talking about.
I
That
appreciate you,
sounds
Black.
go ahead.
Thank you. Go
But
ahead.
That
Go
sounds
I'm
ahead.
a
out of
lot
here,
like the
HQ.
stuff I be talking about.
Huh?
That sounds like a lot like a lot of stuff I'll be talking about. Here's the thing: this is why we have to quench our own thirst, because when you are thirsty, you got people gonna take advantage of that, and leverage themselves. Like a whole five can leverage themselves as a dime when you want something so bad. Anytime you want something so bad, you make yourself put yourself in a weak position. Sometimes you got to have a I don't give a damn attitude of what and when you don't let stuff consume you. It could be a woman's look, it could be a man's look, his wallet. When you don't let stuff consume you and you don't put your confidence in people, or you got to like what do women looks gonna do for you? Right. When you start wanting something so bad, that's when you put yourself in the biggest weaker position now, because they can leverage that against you. And then now they can raise the prices up. And really, to somebody else, that person will be a nobody. You just got to know how to play. What were y'all talking about though? HQ, what's going on?
We were talking about the black community, how when I put something up about this one lady, this white lady who was on TV, she tried to make it seem as though slavery wasn't so bad. And then I put a video up on my channel, and then I got a bunch of racist people coming to my channel talking about, we tired of babysitting you black people X, Y, and Z, and y'all need to get ready because we finna start something and some shit like that, right? And I was like, why the hell are we getting all this fucking heat? Y'all started this bullshit with the immigration. We didn't start no bullshit with the immigration. We've been standing back. We ain't been doing jack shit. So why y'all mad at us black folks? Why is the white folks mad at us, or the Hispanic folks mad at us? What the fuck is going on? And that was what I was how are we dealing with this racism and these people? We ain't got shit to do with what y'all doing. Y'all can do what y'all want to do on your own thing. Why y'all mad at us? That was the whole thing that I was talking about.
They probably mad at us because it's easier to be mad at us, because we has been under this Christianity belief system, and so we kind of nice and turns the other cheek on everybody else. So it's easy to target us, to take their frustration on the weakest link. That's just a sign saying that we are the weakest link. And
I think they're just circling the wagons.
When everybody else can't get what they want out of this in this country, they just go to black folks because it's easier to it's almost like when you go outside, you go to work, you get punked on by everybody outside, including your boss. Then you go home and take it on your wife. That's how I do
that. And then all the black women was saying that the nigga deserved it, that she was beating on him in public in the airport. So if you gonna attack a white woman, that white woman, if you're gonna attack that white woman, the white people are going to come and defend her. That's all it is. Right. Just like all of them black women defending what Sha'Carri Richardson did, and everybody know that she was dead wrong, and I would have hit her ass with a karate chop in the throat. But he was acting super cool, so it is what it is.
Oh, okay. I couldn't figure it out. I said maybe it was obvious to me, but it's just that Karen thing. When Karen get attacked, they gonna come out the woodwork and try to protect Karen. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. It's not a matter of I'm not attacking her because she's white. I attacked her because she said
because of her politics.
Right.
Yeah, because of her politics. It's like the white woman that called that little black child a nigger in the park. She raised $1 million a week. It was like a week, and she raised $1 million. So it's just
why can't I do that shit?
Because you didn't have Big John, a big white man, smack you in the face in front of everybody and call you a nigger bitch. If you would do that, somebody has seen you $10 for it. But when it comes to white when it comes to white people, it's like versus
it's
40 million of us.
I mean, it's a terrible thing that we gotta deal with these people who feel like, okay, now we can say whatever we want to say to whoever we want to say it to. No, you don't get to say exactly what you want to say, because I was listening to the Nick Fuentes. That Nick Fuentes, y'all know him, the Nick Fuentes. I was listening to him.
Yeah, Proud Boy leader.
Where the hell are they taking these people or allowing these people to do X, Y, and Z, right? How are they allowing these people to say X, Y, and Z all out here like this, right? And it's like, look, we already got to deal with racism on overtly, covertly, however you want. We already got to deal with that. I don't want to deal with no more. Now we got the hate coming from the Hispanics. We got the hate coming from every direction. And I'm like, no, I don't want to have to deal with all of that, because I'm just a person that's neutral. I feel like we should have X, Y, and Z. What do y'all feel about reparations? Should they have them or should they not?
I don't believe in them.
You know about reparations, Jay Prince?
Yeah, I know about it, but unfortunately, black people, they look down upon reparations. So that's on black folks don't want it, especially the ones that's educated. They look down. Black folks don't appreciate their ancestors, what they did. They're the only ones that don't benefit of what their ancestors have built.
We
every other race does.
Built off of their legacy. We appreciate.
No, we don't appreciate nothing. We don't appreciate nothing. We let them people trick us. We let those people trick us. We let black folks let these people trick us out of claiming our ancestors' work, right? And let us trick us out of even wanting it. You got more black people will laugh at us if we talk about stuff from our ancestors and we want some of that. And black folks will tell you didn't grow up in that time, but every other race up in America benefit from white people still in power from the people of their ancestors, not because of something they have did. It's all because of their ancestors. All races get passed down from what they post ancestors have established. We the only ones trying to think that we're gonna start from 500 years after the fact. No, everybody else is starting from the bottom, from the 500 years ago, passed down stuff. So I don't understand why black folks why they do it, why they be trying to look down upon it. I don't know.
Because I was looking at, I had looked at this. I had went to this channel today. It was called Amanda Seals Against the 20 Conservatives. Did you see that?
No, I have not seen it.
Wait a minute, you know that you know them.
And she's crazy. And she's crazy. I don't know how people are still letting her on platform.
What's that damn show? That show where they show one person against 20 people and shit like that. You know that one show? I forgot what it's called. Here it is. It's called The One Radical versus 20 Black Conservatives. This is Amanda Seal, and she's going up against people who think the cooning people, the people who be cooning. You know who I'm talking about? The cooning people. She going up against the cooning. She's a radical black. She's a radical black. We need reparations, X, Y, and Z, and this, that, and the third. She really be telling them. She having a conversation with them, and they going back and forth.
Can you hear me, HQ?
Yeah, I can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you.
Before you play that, I want to know.
I'm not gonna play.
Okay. Do you believe in reparations? Do you believe in reparations?
I've never really thought about it, so no.
So
I've never really thought about it.
This is what I'm going to explain to you about reparations, right? So even with the amount of people that we have working in our different industries, if you give me $2 or $3 million, I'm 50 plus, I'm quitting. Right. You're going to lose all of the knowledge in these jobs. Our whole country will collapse. You're
not pro-black. Black America. You're not pro-black in any way.
I understand. I'm pro-American. I'm
So
pro-American,
you,
and
brother,
I
you don't
don't.
believe in a black man doing X, Y, and Z. You don't believe in a you
Which
all
what is the X, Y, and Z? You got to really put a
The
definition
S,
on
Y,
the
and
X,
Z,
Y, and Z.
the S, Y, and Z is Black America. The reason why you call yourself Black, the America, right, and you want to hide under this banner of America because it don't require you to stand on what you. It don't require you to stand on business as a Black America, right? So a lot of blacks call it remove
What do
their.
you mean, Jay Prince? I done
Like
been
for
in
example,
federal prisons and everything.
okay, like for the
So
example of the respiration, all this other respirations and stuff like that. The reason why you don't want to claim that type of stuff because it's going to require you to fight people outside of Black folks. And so, since you don't have the balls or you don't have the fight in you to stand up against anybody outside of Black people, you just gonna rather call yourself of America. You don't want to. It's like it's better. It's almost like you can't whoop them, join them. I think that a lot of people is in your position.
no. So let me explain to you. If every Black person fell out of their position today, our country as a whole would fall. You wouldn't have food. You wouldn't have toilet paper. You wouldn't have gas. You would have actually nothing.
How do you know? How do you know that would be happening if we never tried it? Because that never been tried before.
Because JP, as a Black man who is 50+ year old and a felon, like I said, what I want you to do, I want you to go to your local garbage company, and I want you to go to your local place where there's gas trucks and see how many of us brothers walk in and out of those places every day. You won't have gas, JP. You won't. Gas stations will run out in a day and a half. You won't. Nobody will be able to pick up your garbage. You won't get any packages from Amazon. This country would go into a collapse because Black people would no longer work. If I get $2, $3, $5 million, I'm not working anymore, and there would be nothing.
So
there would be nothing for the rest of you.
That's your argument against reparations?
The whole country would collapse. Yes, the whole country would collapse.
No, brother. Brother. First off, 3 to 5 million ain't that much money. It's much of us broke ones, but it's not that much money. So what they would do is probably employ and probably try to start their own garbage company or oil company and stuff like that. I think
niggas ain't gonna do that, JP, because we know that Black people, we don't even know each other well on the internet, and we can't get along. Think about the niggas in your neighborhood you can't get along with, and from
I think we don't get along because we broke. I think we broke is why we don't get along.
Everybody's not broke, JP. If that was the
case,
if that's the case, Robert Smith, Jay-Z, Bob Johnson, all of those Black billionaires, they would have got together and did something spectacular at this point in time.
The problem is when Black people get money, they start calling themselves Americans. Right? That's why they lose the Black fight and they have an individual movement. They don't have no type of unified.
It's no Black fight. We are American. We have been in this country for 400 or 500 years. You're American. You done been here longer than these Peckerwoods. You done been in this country longer than these Peckerwoods have.
Are you saying
your people?
Are you just
no?
Black folks?
No, what I'm saying is we are American. We have been here longer than these crackers have. Donald Trump daddy was from Germany or some bullshit like that. His parents aren't even fucking American. They was born in a foreign country. His wife, the bitch he walk around with every day, was born in a foreign country.
I wish we had another country. I wish we had another country outside of America because now we don't got no place to go to if they decide to kick us out.
It is. It's called Africa, and it's all fucked up.
That you don't care nothing about.
I believe they finna come for once they get rid of this LBGT, them alphabet people. Soon as they get done with them alphabet people, I think they're gonna come for the interracial people. I think they're gonna come for the interracial people next. And watch
what do you mean interracial people?
The
What do you
interracial
mean?
couples. The interracial couple. They're gonna try to
What, make them get divorced?
They're gonna get rid of what the hell is it? Them people, the interracial marriage. They're gonna get rid of that. They're gonna abolish that.
I think they
trying to get
should.
rid of the natural citizens. They're trying to get rid of the immigrant. They're trying to get the Mexicans up out of here. They're gonna figure out a way to get these black folks up out of here. Watch.
What do you mean, black folks? We black folks.
They're gonna get
How
rid of
they,
the interracial
they
marriage.
they can't send us nowhere.
Do you think?
Why they can't?
Do you think that if we got into a race war, just for example, if we got into a race war, do you think the white folks that sleep with black folks gonna stay with the black folks, or you think they're gonna go with their white folks?
No, they gonna go with their white folks.
So I'm saying, if they decide to abolish, get rid of interracial marriage, there's gonna be a bunch of people separating, and we're gonna have all these mixed kids around here. Then we're gonna have another problem. They're gonna try to get rid of them. Just watch how they do things. Why they trying to get rid of naturalized citizens? All them people.
That's called HQ. That's called fear. That's called fear mongering, HQ. What you're doing right now is called.
They're already going to court to get rid of them people. What do you mean?
Which people? Yes, the gay people. Yes, because that's not right. It's not natural.
And they going to court.
Interracial is not right.
No. The interracial, they trying to get rid of the LGBT people. They going to court to get rid of the illegal the Mexicans that came in after their mama and daddy, and some of their mama and daddy.
Right. That's an illegal act, though.
What's an illegal
and homosexuality is an immoral act. So yes, in the Bible, it's illegal.
Yeah, Black America, listen to this. Listen to this one thing. We got two presidents. We got a president, right? When we got a president, and the president is religious, but I'm not religious, and then we got another person that's religious. Two people, me and you religious and I'm not. We got a president. It's just me and you on the planet. Me and you and the president. The president is supposed to rule for both of us, right? If that person is the president, he's supposed to make decisions. Hold on. He's supposed to make decisions for both of us, right? Because he's your president and he's my president, right?
No.
Yes.
You rule for the majority of what the people want.
It's only two of us, me and you.
Well, then you rule for who's the strongest. No. You go with who's the strongest. And I told you yesterday, I can lift you up with one arm. I can literally walk up to you and lift you up with one arm.
What I'm saying is, if they draw the line with race, in any way, shape, or form, most white folks gonna go with white folks, right or wrong.
I think that it should happen. You know one thing.
Yes.
You know one thing black folks don't be recognizing. Like I hear this interracial stuff. Anytime white people be in agreement with something that's including the black people, you better know it's something bad. It's a bad outcome. It's something behind it. It's an omission. White folks do not want to do nothing with blacks unless it's something that they got, like they strategizing against.
Yeah.
So I personally believe. I personally believe interracial dating is to remove. Eventually, you're not gonna have no more dark skinned people. So it's
breeding them out.
Yeah, they breeding them. They are allowing us to breed ourselves out. This is the reason why interracial couples with the most respect of black couples.
You won't have no white people either. It was a book a long time ago.
No, that's false, because at the end of the day, white people come from black people, but the more, if you mix out with a person that got a high pigmentation, low pigmentation, 9 times out of 10, them babies, all you gotta do is the baby gonna come out looking more white than anything. They can label themselves any race, but the more you miss out, let's say you take a biracial kid and you mix them with white kids, they're gonna be more white than anything. But one thing for sure, you never get that dark skinnedness again.
Right.
Jay, this is what I want to tell you, because my phone is about to hang up. You know, guys that are mixed, do they have babies by black women or white women mostly?
I see both.
I see both.
You see, I said mostly.
Mostly black women.
Thank you. So that whole premise, people that are mixed with black identify as black. We can't do this Pam
It
Mulatto
don't matter
shit.
what they identify as. Here's the thing: the white people is allowing biracial people, and they do it intentionally. Like I asked the white man on my panel, it's clear this man is completely look more like white than he do black. And I asked him what color you would deem him. He said he would deem them as black, right? So that the reason why they call them biracial people black because that's gonna be the new black. Orange gonna be the new black, and it's gonna be like the
Exactly.
tan color.
So it won't be any white people either. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not going to be white and they're not going to be black. They're just going to be fucking people. They're going to be people.
I hear what you said. I hear what you're saying. However, it's going to be more easy of a light-skinned biracial person have sex with another light-skinned biracial person. That baby has a high possibility to come out completely white than black. So them biracial people still going to be creating white folks. Let's be for real. It's all about the pigment. The reason why we have this so-called light-skinned white people today, they really technically they are black people. They just born with less melanin and low carbon in their skin, so they kind of born defective. So you got a defective biracial person having sex with a defective biracial person. That's going to create a defective baby, which gonna get lighter and lighter. But one thing for sure, you're not gonna create no dark-skinned baby. So as long as the dark skin is removed completely, a biracial person gonna be the new black people. That's gonna be the new black.
His phone died. Give me your final thoughts, Jay Prince, because his phone just died.
So my final thoughts is the as far as like the interracial stuff, I think that's some agenda that a lot of blacks not even recognize because they only focus on, well, I want love and I can't find love in my own race, and they so stupid, right? They wear this thirstiness on their sleeves, not realizing that they eliminating themselves in the name of love. Like that stuff is so crazy to me.
I'm just too pro black for that. You know, I'm just too pro black. Not saying I'm against white. I'm not against white. I'm not against any of those things. I'm just more pro black. I don't say anything bad against anybody that's white or anything else. We just pro black. That's all. Not like Jason Black or them, but
you know, the more educated, like people want us to get more educated. The more educated black people get, the more they date out. So I think it's gonna be a problem. I gotta get out of
here. What's wrong with your thing? All right, show up on my Monday. I think it's Tuesday. I invited that dude that cussed me out in my chat to come over there and look at that. You said you like the reparation thing. Look at that one thing I showed you on the screen. The one black radical is called the Jubilee Channel. You hear me, Jay Prince? It's called Jubilee Channel. Okay, you frozen. Everybody frozen. What's going on? Frozen. Yeah, everybody frozen. But anyway, for y'all showing up, thank you very much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.